You work, you slave, you pay taxes, you get fined, you get foreclosed on. And for what? For a monetary system that was never meant to serve you. A system that creates money from debt and treats the people as collateral. But what if I told you that you were never required to play this game? That you, as a living soul, hold the key to your own financial freedom. And the only reason anyone goes to jail for fraud is because they agreed to it under commercial statutes. My name is your name. Today, I'm going to walk you through the truth buried beneath paperwork, fraud, and silence. Let's start with a fact. Even the Federal Reserve admits it. From the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago's modern money mechanics, bank deposits expand or contract in response to changes in the amount of reserves supplied by the central bank. Translation: banks create money from nothing. Debt becomes currency. You, the people, become collateral in a rigged private banking cartel. The U.S. Constitution, Article 1, Section 10 says, "No state shall make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts." Yet our system runs on Federal Reserve notes, promises to pay, backed by your labor. Let that sink in. Corpus Juris Secundum, Trusts FAR 162 and FAR 205 state, the intent of the settler is the law of the trust. The intention of the creator governs when not inconsistent with public policy. That's right. You are the beneficiary of a trust the government holds. They are the trustee, and their duty is to administer your estate in good faith. But they don't, because you never claimed it. So they assume control, and you're left paying the bill for your own estate. In Body v. Connecticut, the Supreme Court ruled that no fees can obstruct your access to justice when a fundamental right is at stake. Yet courts refuse lawful payment. Why? UCC Saver 3603B and 31 USC, yes for 5118. If a valid tender of payment is refused, the obligation is discharged. Perry v. United States, 294 U.S., 330, 1935. The government must honor its obligations. So why are your payments rejected? Because you're not using their debt script. You're using your own trust instruments. Let that sink in. Let me be clear. You only go to jail for fraud because you agreed to the jurisdiction that presumes you have no remedy. Under Title 26, IRS, and Title 18, Criminal Code, fraud applies to persons subject to statutes. From the IRS CID Handbook, our tax system is based on individual self-assessment and voluntary compliance. Voluntary? Yes, but when you sign a W-9, when you fail to rebut jurisdiction, when you refuse to create your own instruments, you fall into their box, and they shut the lid. Your remedy lies in creating private bond instruments, set-off accounts, and asserting your status as holder in due course under UCC Errors 3305, UCC 3104. Clearfield Trust Company v. United States, 318 U.S., 363, 1943. The United States, when it enters into commercial business, takes on the character of a private citizen. That means you can contract with them on equal footing. When you issue your own private bonds or discharge instruments under trust law, you're expanding the money supply just like they do, but for your benefit. You have the right to create lawful private instruments. You have the right to discharge obligations through lawful tender. You have the right to refuse statutory jurisdiction. You have the right to claim equitable ownership of the public trust. The only fraud happening is the silence of those who benefit from your ignorance. If you are in jail for commercial fraud, it is because you agreed to be a debtor instead of becoming the creditor. Now you know, and now it's time to act.